Hello, everyone. This is Suzanne at the Gospel of Truth. Welcome back. I've been missing in action the past few days. I've been dealing with some pain issues. I started using my massage gun and walking more and seeing if that will help. But I'm feeling great today, as great as I can be. And it's great to be continuing our book, Master Potter and the Mountain of Fire. We're going to jump right into it. Okay, the last time we read about the confrontation between Beloved and Purity. And Purity, when we last read, this is what she said to her mother. First of all, Beloved says to her daughter, "Purity, I love you. I'm your mom. Please, Beloved, please don't do this. You need me. We need each other." With an incredulous look on her face, she screams, "You've got to be joking. I've spent the majority of my life without you, and I've done just fine. Why would you think I need you now?" She turns on her heels and runs back to the fireside room, slamming the door behind her. Purity's got a lot of hurt and pain and anxiety in her life. Can't imagine being raised in a family that does nothing but deceit and lies. And Purity right now feels she has no need for her mom. You abandoned me. Where were you? And sometimes kids just need time to grow up. Especially children that come from split families. And there can be a lot of bitterness, a lot of anger there. And oftentimes, the innocent parent will get the full brunt of it. Okay, let's continue on. Chapter 9, the Valley of Despair. Oh, I can't imagine what Beloved is thinking right now, if she could even think straight right now. As her team members look on, Beloved collapses on the table, weeping bitterly. Comrade bends over her gently, stroking her hair at a total loss about what to say or do. Sometimes just coming alongside somebody, we'd always have to say something. Just being there, your presence, comforting them, it means a lot, and it helps a lot. After several minutes of gut-wrenching sobbing, she looks past Comrade's shoulder and notices for the first time the rest of the team watching. "I can't do anything right. I just want to die." Comrade tells the newly formed team of mugs, "That's Beloved's daughter. They haven't seen each other in years. Please pray." "Comrade, help me up," says Beloved. "I've got to go after her. Come with me, please. I can't let her go." "We'll be right back. Just keep praying for reconciliation," says Comrade. Taking Beloved's arm, the two slowly make their way back into the fireside room. Beloved's team of mugs kneel and begin to fervently intercede. It's too late. Purity collapses on the floor, sobbing from the years of rejection. Beloved prays for wisdom. "Please, please, I'm desperate. I need help. Give me the right words." This is something key for us to remember, that God gives us the right words at the appropriate time to speak through the Holy Spirit's wisdom, and for God to put the right words in our mouth, because sometimes we're kind of at a loss of what to say. She sits quietly beside Purity and lays her hands on her daughter. Purity shrugs her shoulders, and Beloved reluctantly removes her trembling hand. She glances at Comrade and begins to cry as dark spirits of rejection bury their talons in both women. Purity rolls over, and with hatred flashing in her eyes, and with utter contempt starts venting her years of pain on Beloved. The foul spirits dredge up bitter memories of pain, stirring up the deep wounds between mother and daughter. "So you think that your tears will make it right? Do you think that you can possibly make up for abandoning Crusader and me? I never wanted to leave you. It wasn't my fault. I was just a little girl. I was only 10. You left me with evil people in a horrible situation. Dad changed my name to Promiscuous and disowned me. My life was a living hell. Grandpa turned me into a servant, and I was separated from Crusader, and it's all your fault. You didn't protect me. I'll never forgive you. Never, never, never. Standing to her feet, Purity turns to leave. In a last desperate attempt, Beloved reaches for her, and Purity screams, "Don't touch me. Don't you understand? It's too late. It's just too late." She storms outside to the garden. Unnoticed by Beloved, a beautiful white dove flies after her. Are you willing? Purity stomps around in the snow, crying and shaking her fist. I know I'm supposed to be a part of my mom's team, but I just can't forgive her. I can't. It's too hard. No, no, I'm not willing, she chokes. The glint of white sweeping through the air catches her eye. She watches the dove as it flies near her and whispers in her ear, "If you're willing to become willing, I can help heal your heart." Suddenly, a warm ray of sunlight bursts through the wintry sky. Purity, face washed with tears, looks up at the light. The battle is the Lord's. Death and Suicide had been watching Beloved with glee. Snorting murderous contempt, Death tells Suicide, "This is the time we've been waiting for." Suicide bows slavishly low, eager to savor his victim's blood. "I will not fail." Death spews, "This is our chance. Beloved is vulnerable. Go to her." Suicide snickers, "Don't you mean forsaken?" "Of course I mean forsaken," sputters Death. "She's always been forsaken, and she will die a forsaken's death. Now go. Put on your armor." Bending over her limp body, Comrade gently touches her shoulder. "Beloved, I'm so sorry. What can I do?" "There's nothing you can do. It's over. I've lost her for good." "Help us, Master Potter," he prays fervently. Comrade is suddenly aware of another presence. And turning, he sees his guardian angel, Courageous, standing close by. "Comrade, first put on your armor so you can withstand the enemy's attacks. Then help Beloved get hers on." "Right, my armor. Last time I had it, I brought it for you, Comrade. Here, put it on. Now help Beloved." "Beloved, don't give up. You've got to fight. Put on your helmet to protect your mind from the enemy's lies." "It's too late. She's never coming back. It's impossible," she moans while batting the helmet away with her arm. "Master Potter can win even in impossible circumstances. The battle is the Lord's," says Comrade boldly as he scurries after the helmet. "Good," says Courageous. "Keep the word in front of her. Give her shield." "Here, Beloved," says Comrade. "Take your shield." He picks up her limp arm and unsuccessfully tries to get her to grasp the handhold. Her arms thud back to the floor. Beloved crumples under a torrent of dark emotions as she plunges into a dark abyss of despair. She's gone. I can't believe Purity's gone from my life again. Her old friend, Suicide. Courageous places his hand on Comrade's shoulder, and the spirit realm opens in front of him. He watches in horror as the snake Suicide slithers into the fireside room, leaving a multitude of lower-ranking demons. A shadowy, tangible darkness permeates the fireside room. Demonic imps fling fiery darts at Beloved's broken heart and screech in mocking laughter. Yellow-green sulfur smoke assaults her senses, making her nauseous. Beloved wrenches, reeling from hopelessness and guilt over all the wrong choices she's made. "Put on your breastplate. They're sending arrows into your heart," says Comrade. "Protect your mind with your helmet. Leave me alone. It's over." Suicide's opportunity. Suicide slithers toward the emotionally broken heap that is Beloved. With hatred masquerading as sympathy, he hisses, "Beloved, what a terrible situation you're in. I know you waited, hoped, and prayed over this day. Master Potter is just so hard to figure out. He should have rescued your children a long time ago. How sad for you that he chose not to." So now he's trying to put doubt in her mind as to the Savior's love and the choices that he's made for Purity. And he's saying, he didn't save your kids. He didn't save you. Putting those seeds of doubt in the mind can be a dangerous thing if we allow that to happen. He begins nuzzling her and whispers in her ear, after all that you've sacrificed for him, after everything you've given up, you would think that he would just have spoken one simple word or snapped his fingers and reunited your family. I guess you'll never be reconciled with your daughter now, and we don't know if your son's even alive. No, beloved, interjects Conrad. Put on your armor and fight. Here's your shield. Don't listen to those lies. He begins praying in the spirit and jabs Suicide's thick hide with his sword. You leave my friend alone. With no effort at all, Suicide smacks Conrad with his large tail and sends him sprawling into the far wall. Courageous follows and ministers to the unconscious Conrad. Beloved, near an emotional breakdown, listens to Suicide's empathetic, soothing voice and feels his gentle touch. She believes she has found a compassionate friend. You're right, it's over. I prayed and prayed for this chance and I blew it. Suicide continues talking as he gently coils around her body like a python. Not you, beloved. It was Master Potter's fault. Dear, sweet beloved, you love Purity more than you love your own life. You know you would have died for her. Master Potter's the one who failed you. He has forsaken you and your children. Beloved sobs again and wraps her arms around her head. Why does he let you suffer like this? You weren't even in this much pain when I met you in the Potter's field. In total emotional torment, she nods in agreement. Why did he put you through all the years of sacrifice only to let you end up more broken and in more pain than before? Why would someone who confesses to be pure love, why would someone who has the power to stop it, why did he let this tragedy happen to you? Savagely, tormenting voices rip at her mind as nauseating dry heaves rack her body. She is held tightly in Suicide's serpentine embrace of death and yields to his fiendish venom, giving up all desire for life. I'm a failure as a mother. Make my pain stop. I can't go on. I just want to die. The brave warrior. With the gentle slap to his face from Courageous, Conrad regains consciousness, and the angel helps him slowly to his feet. Holy boldness overcomes him as he watches a demon ravishing his best friend. Now you did it, he says under his breath. Go get him, Conrad. Your sword is a living word of God. You have all the power of the cross backing you up. Charging back into the battle, he shakes her. Don't give up, beloved. Don't give up. Put on your helmet. Resist the devil and he will flee. You're listening to the enemy's lies. Leave me alone. I'm tired of fighting. Use your sword, comrade, whispers Courageous. Standing to his feet, he holds his sword above his head and yells, In the name of the Lord I cast down every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Suddenly, Conrad's sword comes to life, tipped glowing with white-hot intensity. It grows several times larger than its original size. Conrad grabs it with both hands to keep it from crashing to the floor. Oh my goodness, he says in surprise. Suicide begins constricting the breath out of Beloved's body. Won't my master be pleased that we finally win the challenge over this vessel? Forsaken will be our prized trophy. Satan will love flaunting her decaying body in front of the Godhead. Two violent flashing swords interrupt Suicide's thoughts. An enraged Valiant and little Conrad both lunge forward, striking the foul serpent. Suicide loosens his hold on Beloved. He recoils and then springs forward once more, only to be defeated by Conrad's glistening shield. Ancient enemies. Ancient enemies of the cross. Depression, murder, betrayal, deception, and unforgiveness swarm into the fireplace room. Spirits of self-hatred strike Beloved as they join Suicide in this diabolical celebration of fiendish joy at another victim's gruesome demise. Completely abandoned to their greedy cravings for pain and destruction, they fight thirstily to secure another victim's death. Good one, Conrad. Now put those little ones to flight. Plunging into the fray with the sword flailing, Conrad takes on the smaller demons. I break the enemy's power over Beloved and her family. His Retaliatory words of truth pierce the darkness with blazing light and sends confusion through the lower-ranking demons. Call for more angels to help. By the blood of the Lord I rebuke you. Warring angels of the Most High, come now. In response to Comrade's words, Valiant gives a blast on his shofar, and the sound of redemption breaks open the atmosphere. Reinforcements from heaven flood the room. Fully armed and ready for battle, their fiery eyes search out the demonic horde. Vile spirits explode in red sulfuric vapor. You've got them on the rut, Comrade, shouts Courageous. Who can resist the wielding of his flashing sword to pierce several demons who stray too close? The sounds of swords and ferocious cries from the angelic warriors can be heard once again in the fireside room. The clash of the angelic army and the demonic spirits cause spiritual sparks to fly. At the height of the battle, Comrade cries out to Master Potter, We need you, come. By the power of your shed blood for us, I proclaim that every demonic power is defeated by the cross. Violent love unloosed. The door from the glazing room slowly opens. A flood of brilliant, living light invades every corner of the fireside room. Master Potter, face like the blazing sun and eyes filled with fiery love and devotion, steps inside the room. With a deafening roar, he shouts, Enough! I have come for my beloved. One flash of the violent force of his resurrection glory instantly destroys the enemy's hold. Trembling, sniveling, lower demonic cords instantly vaporize like wax before a flame from contact with the fiery flame of holy splendor. Suicide recoils, screeching in pain, from the scorching light emanating off Master Potter. The demon scaly black hide begins to smolder and shrivel. He writhes as if mortally wounded, rolling from front to back, hissing and gasping until he abandons the dying carcass and flees. With a nod of his head, Master Potter signals to the other angelic warriors that they should pursue the vanquished enemies. They will be crushed and destroyed like dust in the wind, and poured out like mire in the streets. Turning to Comrade, he smiles. Well done, brave warrior, well done. Return to the glazing room and keep others praying. Comrade, exhilarated from the victory, returns to the glazing room. A smiling Courageous follows closely behind. Bending down, Master Potter tenderly picks up Beloved and settles into his brown leather chair in front of the fireplace. He blows warm, life-giving, eternal breath upon her. Within moments, she revives and opens her eyes to find herself staring into his eyes of eternal, unconditional love for her. You are and always will be my beloved. I have betrothed myself to you forever. So that was quite a battle scene. And the Master Potter is once again reminding her, you will always be my beloved. I betrothed myself to you forever. Even when we don't understand the ways of the Lord, and it's hard to put one foot in front of the other, we have to have that understanding, a peace that passes all understanding. And we mustn't let Satan try to tear us down, and we must keep that full armor of God on constantly. It's one thing we're learning throughout this whole thing is the armor is crucial to our spiritual survival. And if you leave off one piece, you're leaving a vulnerable spot for the demonic cords to come in and start picking at that weakness. So, put on your armor today. Know that God is with you no matter what you're going through, even if you don't understand. There's a lot of hurts and pains that we don't understand. And, like the demonic spirit said, he could have healed you like that. He could have stopped all this. And you tell me he loves you? Yes, because God has a purpose for my life. And he has a plan for your life, too. All right, I hope you've enjoyed today's reading. Tomorrow, chapter 11, I will not reject you. So I think the Master Potter is going to give her comforting words and remind her. And we need those constant reminders, don't we? We need to transform our minds daily. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, everyone, you take care. You have a most blessed day in the Lord, and I will be back tomorrow. Take care.